Still coverage of the main event of the day and talking about Egyptian-Spanish relations. Always an honor to have with us Her Excellency Ambassador Wafaa Basseem, former Assistant Foreign Minister, to talk to us about the prospects of boosting Egyptian Euro-Mediterranean cooperation and also the sense of development and integration. Hello, Ambassador Basseem. Thank you so much. Always adding value, Excellency.
Hello, thank you very much. The voice is a bit far, but I'm very happy to be with you this evening.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. And today we've seen earlier in the day this sense of this prospects of boosting Egyptian Euro-Mediterranean cooperation in the best form that it should be.
Hello?
Yes, Ambassador.
Yes, Ambassador. Can you raise your voice, please?
Yes, Excellency, we're talking about the prospects of boosting Egyptian Euro-Med development that had seen earlier in the day during the visit of the Spanish Prime Minister in the best possible and best form, as you can see, so to speak. Ambassador.
Well, if we say Euro-Mediterranean cooperation, definitely that would equal Spain from the north of the Mediterranean and Egypt in the south of the Mediterranean.
Yes.
Both countries have had very long relations, strong and deep relations in all domains, I would say, whether cultural, whether economic, whether energy, whether commercial, and of course, on top of all, they have always been seeing eye to eye as far as the peace process is concerned in the Middle East, as far as the importance of turning the Mediterranean into a sea of peace, welfare, and security for all the peoples who are living around the Mediterranean, whether north or south. Let's not forget the addition, the important contribution of Spain in two main big events. The first was the Madrid conference, yes, which paved the way for the very important peace talks that took place after and which unfortunately did not continue, but it set the base for any peace talks, for any peace negotiations concerning the Middle East, yes, the Palestino-Israeli conflict. The base is there. The important thing is to push the parties to come to their minds in the sense that peace is the only way to survive in this region.
Yes.
And peace should be a challenge much more important and needs much more courage than the war. The other thing that was set up in Madrid as a corollary for this Madrid conference was the Euro-Mediterranean cooperation or partnership that was set up at that time, and which led to what we call the Barcelona process, which led to a series of partnership agreements between the EU on one side as an, yes, institution, and between the several countries of the south of the Mediterranean, among them Egypt, and we are still benefiting of this partnership that is being renewed, that is being reviewed every year as far as finance is concerned, as readjusting the needs and the interests of both sides. There was also the multilateral track, which, yes, was meant to finance and make or design projects that would benefit the population of the Mediterranean as a whole, whether in the south or in the north, and which has developed into the Union for the Mediterranean, which is based now in Barcelona and continues to exert all efforts, and that was able to achieve many things during the last few years in that field of multilateral cooperation.
Yes, as Your Excellency has outlined Egypt's efforts in achieving peace and security in the Mediterranean and also in the Middle East and the region, and how important those partnerships are, how do you see the key role that Egypt is playing as a regional player and the prospects of future cooperation with Spain, Ambassador?
The future cooperation of Spain would be definitely to continue and to implement the important agreements which have been signed in Sharm el-Sheikh Summit, Economic Summit in 2015, where Spain was among the very first countries to attend and to bring over a great delegation, completely diversified in all fields, including the private sector. On this, it was also an important landmark, the visit of President El-Sisi to Spain in the same year,
yes,
where he went to extend a hand of more cooperation, more friendly relations with this long-lasting friend of ours, which is Spain. And today, whether at the meeting between the president and the head of the Spanish government, where they have made a sort of an overview of all the issues of importance to both countries and of common interest, whether political, where they discussed the situation in the region, in the different countries, where they discussed very thoroughly the situation in Libya, and where Egypt was complimented on its very important role in trying to bring back stability and security to our sister country, Libya. The situation in the Mediterranean and the, let's say, conflict focal points that are in the region for different reasons, the importance of the cooperation in the field of energy, gas, and renewable energy, the efforts that Egypt is going to make and to extend, to continue and to build upon the work of COP27, which will be held in Sharm el-Sheikh next year, and it is to build on the Glasgow summit concerning the climate change, which both countries consider a very important issue of survival, of welfare, and of development.
yes,
The two parties as well, and in the statement given by His Excellency President El-Sisi at the conference today, at the press conference today,
yes,
he hailed the efforts of Spain, what it's doing for stability, and thanked that friendly country on the hand of cooperation it extended to combat COVID-19 and to provide Egypt with vaccine doses in the context of cooperation to combat this pandemic.
yes.
For the meeting with the Prime Minister and the delegation, we have the setup of the brand new Council of Business, the Business Council of Spain and Egypt.
Yeah.
We have the several memos that have been signed in the fields of commerce, in the field of energy, in the field of trade, finance for investment, and culture and sports and tourism as well.
Well, definitely very important and a comprehensive roundup on your behalf, Your Excellency Ambassador Wafaa Basseem, former Assistant Foreign Minister, and reading the highlights of the important press conference that was held earlier in the day between the President and the Spanish Prime Minister, and the importance of this sense of cooperation and Egypt's efforts in achieving peace and security in the Mediterranean region, in the Middle East, and in the region in general. I thank you so much, Excellency, always adding value. Well, Egypt has been hosting very important events, actually, and very important calibers and top-notch personalities. We have a very important event that Nile TV International has been sharing and covering, in which is EDEX 2021. This is the Egypt Defense Expo, a very important event that the President had inaugurated, the second edition of this exhibition, providing actually a platform for the exhibitors to showcase the cutting-edge technologies and equipment in the field of defense and in the field of security domains. No doubt that such a high-profile industrial fair, mainly focused on defense industries that require definitely a sense of sophisticated planning, Egypt's ability in order to attract many participants in a reflection not just of its status as a pivotal power in the region, but also the balanced nature of Egypt's foreign policy. And of course, it's a plus for Egypt to be able to host such mega projects and mega events despite the challenge of COVID-19. Let's watch this report highlighting EDEX, and we'll be back to cover this mega important exhibit.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi inaugurated the second edition of the International Defense and Military Industries Exhibition, Egypt Defense Expo 2021, on Monday at the International Exhibition Center in the 5th Settlement in Cairo. Over 400 major defense manufacturers from 40 countries are exhibiting their wares at the 4-day event. Egypt is displaying many new products manufactured locally by the Ministry of Military Production, collaborated with national companies. During the inauguration, President Sisi said the high turnout at the fair reflects its significance, the strenuous efforts exerted in the organization of the expo, and the weight of the participating companies. Egypt's domestic defense industries are showing great promise and attracting increasing international interest. Among the many exciting new products on display this year are target drones produced by the Arab Organization for Industrialization. Designed to operate in tandem with other air defense systems, these unmanned aircraft are fitted with radar technologies that enable them to detect and track enemy aerial and missile weaponry, and are central component of aerial target interceptor system. The event reflects the Egyptian Armed Forces' keenness to host major international gatherings on Egyptian soil in defense and military industries. EDEX success underlines the efficacy of Egyptian military diplomacy as a component of overall foreign policy. Egypt's military has been ranked as one of the most advanced armies in the world. EDEX reflects an excellent relation the Egyptian military has established with other similarly advanced armies, something that can also be seen in the many bilateral and multilateral joint military drills and maneuvers Egypt conducts with allies.